Hey everyone! Thank you for clicking on this if you did. I hope you like it. If you do, please like, subscribe, and comment below. So, this is my next review for today. If you watched my last video, this is for The 10th Doctor, David Tennant. Oh, dun, 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 dun. Also, real quick, because I like doing it, Fancy Bar! Yay! All right. David Tennant, the 10th Doctor. He's awesome. I think everyone loves David Tennant's 10th Doctor. Maybe not the next. Let's not do spoilers. But yeah, I like David Tennant. I loved Eccleston. I think his one season is fantastic. And it was sad to see him go because of all the behind the scenes stuff that happened. I don't know everything. There's probably articles and interviews and all that stuff that I could read up on, but I'm not going to do that. I just know there was a lot of drama and he left. So they had to come up with something. And they brought in David Tennant, and that was a excellent decision. I don't know how much experience he had prior to this. Pretty sure this wasn't his first gig ever. But I don't know, I know now he's very well known and everyone loves David Tennant no matter what he does because he's just a fantastic actor. But back in 2006, 2005, 2006, whenever he officially showed up, I don't know how well known he was at that time. I have no idea. He might have been very well known. He might have only just started a little while ago. I don't know. I would have to look it up, and I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like it. Sorry. But David Tennant brought the joy and fun back into Doctor Who. I'm not saying Eccleston did not have fun and he was not a joy to watch. He is. His Doctor is great. But with the story they decided to tell, his trauma, his PTSD is very recent. So he's dealing with a lot. I'm not saying the 10th Doctor isn't doing the same because it's not very long before 9 regenerates into 10. But I feel like 10 just has a lot more fun. He brings a lot more joy and laughter and just enjoyment in situations. Like, he's just curious about everything. And he just finds... Tennant must have just had a ball with this. He lasted for 3 seasons, because now there's series, as you call them in the UK. I call them seasons. I'm in the US. That's just how we do it here in the US. We call them seasons. You call them series. That's just... When I say series, I think of an actual TV series. Like Doctor Who is a TV series. That's just how I think of things. The Flash is a TV series. NCIS is a TV series. That's what I think of when I think of the word series. That's me. Sorry. So each individual series, as you call them, I call them seasons. So that's how I'm going to do it. David Tennant lasted 3 seasons, 2, 3, and 4, and then he had a few specials to wrap everything up. And I would say, this might be a hot take. I didn't talk about this with 9. But yeah, his main companion was Rose. And she became a lot of people's like, a lot of people like Rose. I like Rose. I prefer Rose with 9 over 10, but only just slightly. Just very, very slightly. Out of Tenet's 3 seasons, which each season they brought in a new companion, which I was not a fan of. Well, not his first season, because Rose just transferred to Tenet, but she left at the end of his. By the end of season 2, she left. So they had to bring in a new companion in season 3, and then she left, and then they had to bring in a new one in season 4. Out of his 3 companions, he had Rose to start out with to transition him. Then he had Martha. Then he had Donna Noble. This might be a hot take. I find Donna Noble annoying as anything. I do not like her at all. Not the actress. She's playing a role. And I do think her and Tenet had great chemistry. Like, I don't hate her I don't hate her character, Donna. I don't hate Catherine Tate character of Donna Noble. Like, I don't. It's hard to describe. I don't hate her character, but I just find her annoying. I don't like her. The character. I just don't like the character. There are moments that I like, and there are episodes in her season that I like, but I find her annoying. I don't know why, but I find her very annoying, which I think a lot of people might give me flack for, and that's fine. But out of Tenet's 3 companions, because he had 3, he had 1 for each season. Out of his 3 companions, I like Martha the best. Maybe because I like that actress? Something, I don't know. But out of his 3, I would go Martha is my favorite, then Rose, then Donna. I don't like Donna. I'm sorry. I just don't. I'm not saying I don't like Catherine Tate. I'm not saying she did a bad job. She did a great job. I'm not saying there are moments that I find her fine. But in general, I'm not a fan of her character. I'm sorry. That is my opinion. The Doctor, I like Tennant. I love him. He brought fun back into Doctor Who. And I feel like if Eccleston was able to work everything out and there wasn't so much drama behind the scenes stuff, the writing would have been able to flesh out him and he would have been able to bring the joy and fun back as well. And he does a little bit. He just doesn't get enough time to. Whereas Tennant got 3 seasons. So he was able to just put his all and just have fun. You can see in most of his episodes and his scenes, he's having fun, and his 10th Doctor is just enjoying learning what's going on, what's happening, why are you doing that? What's this? What's that? And you're along for the ride, and it's a fun ride. I definitely recommend watching his seasons. He's a fun Doctor. I like Tennant. But out of New Who, he's not my favorite. He's one of my favorites, but out of New Who, he's not my favorite. There, you might find it a hot take, but I'll get to that when I get to that. There are 2 future incarnations that I like more than 9. In all honesty, I don't know why. Well, one of them I definitely know why. The other one, I don't know. I just feel like that incarnation just has a lot of fun with it. Even though that particular incarnation gets a lot of hate and a lot of people don't like this particular incarnation, but I think the incarnation I'm referring to, and I'm trying to say incarnation because I don't want to spoil who I'm referring to. So I'm not going to say the number because that obviously spoils it. But yeah, there are 2 incarnations that I like their seasons and their version of the Doctor more than Tennant. Like out of 9 through 15, yeah, there are 2 that I like more than Tennant. Actually, in all honesty, this might be a really, really hot take, and even though he only got 1 season, I like Eccleston only a little bit more than Tennant, but very slightly. Very, very slightly. 9 and 10 are almost tied for me in if I had to like list them in order. I've said this in I think in most of my Doctor Who reviews and chats and stuff. I like all the doctors, the numbered doctors. I like all the numbered doctors. In their own way, I like them all. I wish we got more of certain ones. I think certain ones get more hate than they deserve. Like, I think 6 Colin Baker gets way too much hate. I really like Colin Baker's 6th Doctor. I really do. I really like the 4th Doctor, but that's a no-brainer. But I think Colin Baker, at least with Classic Who, got so screwed, and he was one of the first actors to get screwed in this franchise, and that was sad. And I discussed that when I did his review. But yeah, New Who, a lot of actors, a lot of incarnations. Eccleston got screwed, and he was the first one. He brought it back, and he got screwed immediately. It was like, really? It's like, dang it. And I wish we had more of him. And I just went off on a tangent. I'm sorry about that. This is about Tennant and his Doctor. And I like him. He's fun. He's entertaining. Tennant is a great actor. His Doctor is enjoyable to watch. And you can't go wrong with the 10th Doctor. You just can't. Obviously, not every episode is a hit or a banger, but that's with any show in the world. Not every show is going to have a banger every time. But most of his episodes are really good and really fun. And his Doctor still has like I said with 9, every Doctor has the trauma, and even though they try to fix it, it's still there. And it's always going to be there. Because they are always going to have the memory of what they did. And without spoiling anything too much, every Doctor shows that trauma every once in a while. And they show it in their own way. One of my favorite episodes or episode endings for Tennant is during his second season with Martha as his companion, and it's actually like a 2-parter, and it's the end of the second part episode. I forget the name of the episode, but it's the episode where his memories get erased, and the ending when he's dealing with the villains of that two-parter. Oh, I love that little montage scene of what he does to each. Oh, that's so good with the voiceover. Oh, that is really, really good. That is really, really good. I really like that montage scene. Oh. And then he has a great finale. A great, like, last 10, 15-minute scenes before he regenerates. His goodbye is powerful. I enjoy his goodbye. It's a good goodbye. So yeah, his stuff is out on Blu-ray and DVD. You can get his whole collection with all his seasons and specials on Blu-ray. Probably out there on DVD as well. It is also, as I mentioned in my last one, streaming for free on Pluto TV. I think it's going to be on AMC Plus. You can probably buy rent them streaming wise somewhere if you wanted to. But yeah, it's on Pluto TV. If actually you don't really need a subscription, you just need to have access to that app channel, whatever system you have. There will be ads, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what did you think of Tennant? What did you think of his incarnation as the 10th Doctor? And hot question. Do you like him more or less than Eccleston? I'm curious. Because I like Eccleston just a little bit more. They're almost tied. So I'm curious of your thoughts. What do you think between who do you like more, Eccleston or Tennant as 10? And if you are aware of the show, you know what I mean by when I'm saying 10. That's all I got for you. Look forward to my next review. I'm going to be doing 11 right now. And then I'm going to be doing a review of another TV show that I want to do. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. And have a timey-wimey, wonderful day. Peace, guys.